Hi guys, I wanted to do a quick little video for you today. I'm going to do a few reviews this week, but I keep getting asked where I get my perfumes, purchasing perfumes from shops, like tips and advice. And I'm just going to be real with you. The best way that I can give you advice for purchasing fragrances from a shop is to develop a good relationship with your SA. So I'm going to talk to you about how I built relationships with my SAs and just tips and advice if you guys are interested, and the benefits of having a fantastic relationship with an SA or a few SAs depending on where you shop for your fragrance. First and foremost, this video is not sponsored by any of the places I'm going to be mentioned. I'm literally just giving you some advice based on my experiences and what I've done. Now, I've worked in sales before. I've been the salesperson who worked on commissions. So I'm going to come at you from both sides, and I'm going to give you a little bit of advice and tell you why these work. Now, this isn't like telling you how to get around to get free stuff or discounts, but it's gonna kind of like talk to you about the importance of having a really good relationship with your SAs. I'm gonna be doing other videos in the future talking about purchasing online, websites I trust, kind of along the lines of my sample resource series that I do, where I give you places I purchase samples and talk to you about why I like them and where you can get, and basically just kind of give you guys more resources. So I'm going to be doing a few different series and videos talking to you about online shopping when it comes down to purchasing discounts, testers, things like that. Places like Max Aroma, Parfum One, Fragrance X, Fragrance Net, places like that. Those are going to be completely different videos, and each one of those different websites is going to have their own dedicated video. This is specifically if you purchase at a fragrance counter, at a Macy's, and even Marcus, at Saks, at Bloomingdale's, any place where you would normally go and purchase fragrances. That's where this is really going to help you guys purchase fragrances and kind of give you a little bit of reasons why it's important to have a good relationship with an SA. SAs are basically like your liaison to the brands. Generally, they have an extensive knowledge of different fragrances depending on where they work. If they work in a specific boutique or they're a representative of the brand, they have a wealth of knowledge when it comes down to that house, its notes, upcoming releases, and what's popular. Now, if you're going to a specific fragrance counter, say you go to Saks or Neiman Marcus, the fragrance SAs there generally have a good overall knowledge of all of the brands there. So when I go to Neiman Marcus, my SA generally knows that I like Mason Francis Kirkjohn, and I'm interested in more niche and higher end fragrances that have a little bit more avant-garde fragrances, but they have a wonderful knowledge, a wonderful wealth of knowledge. If I have any questions, they can answer it right away without having to look in a book or ask anybody else for questions. It's really nice to be able to have a relationship and talk to an SA who is as knowledgeable and hopefully a lot more knowledgeable than you are. So the importance of an SA is first and foremost to protect yourself from people trying to overtly sell you things you might not generally like or need. This might seem kind of silly, but working in sales, specifically when you're working in a commission-based environment, if a SA doesn't have your best intentions in mind, they will try to sell you anything. You might go in looking for a fragrance for your mom but unsure, and they might show you fragrances that you don't even think your mom would like, but they tell you that they're popular and they pressure you into purchasing something that you might not be able to return or generally overall would have an unhappy experience with. If you have a good relationship with an SA, they're probably going to have your best interests in mind, which means that if you don't want to make a sale or you can't find anything, that they're going to steer you in the right direction, or maybe they'd give up on the sale for the day to keep the relationship intact. I find that a lot with my SAs. A lot of them are ridiculously generous when it comes to samples and just letting me try things and giving me the freedom to come to the conclusion that I'm ready to purchase on my own, rather than using sales tactics, which we all know, to try and get a quick sale and make a quick buck. There we go. A quick buck. Overall, in the long run, it works better for both of us. I generally will spend more money with them specifically, and they generally don't have to worry about using used car sales tactics on me. I generally go to the fragrance counter, we have a fantastic conversation about fragrance, I end up spending way too much money, they end up making some money, and there's no pressure. It's just very organic. It's a very symbiotic relationship. That being said, first and foremost, you as the consumer have all of the power, and you should. It's your hard-earned money. This is what you're spending your money on, so you have all the rights when it comes to this. But that doesn't mean that you should be disrespectful or demanding, and that's the easiest way to sour a relationship with any sales associate. You should go in as assertive, know what you want, not be pushed around, but also be open to compromise. And I'm not saying compromising on things that you want or need, but maybe compromising that if you demand that discount that everyone's getting, even if you're not spending the amount of money, that SA is not going to give it to you, but they might have given it to somebody else. They're not required to do that. That takes usually a lot of time and effort to develop that type of trust between SA and salesperson, cattle, whatever you want to call us. Compromises also have to be made when it comes to time with the SA. I go to a counter, I will be there for 45 minutes. I was there today. I talked to him for almost an hour. Whenever another customer came up, I stepped out of the way. I let him do his thing. I would love to monopolize this time because I love talking to people about fragrances, but it's also important to understand that this is their job and it is a business. So I'm not going to sit there and be demanding of everybody's attention and time, especially when other customers need assistance as well, especially if there's only one or two of them up. Also, if there's an SA I don't like and an SA I like that I'm talking to, generally I want to make sure that he gets more money or she gets more money depending on who they are, so I have no problem in getting out of the way so that they can develop another relationship. It's just beneficial for everybody. And I don't like to also take away from their time because that's money in their pockets. They have bills too that need to be paid, so I don't like to monopolize any time, and I do compromise with my time in giving it up when other customers are there if they have things that they need to do. Another benefit of having a good relationship with an SA comes down to freebies, it comes down to samples, it comes down to getting discounts, getting first access to things. My SAs have mailed me things and I haven't even asked for it, for new fragrances that they thought I would be interested in. It's really awesome to open your mailbox and have a plethora of samples and a note saying, "Thought you would love these, Kristen, check them out, let me know what you think." I get texts all the time, them just showing me things, asking me if they'd want to set something aside for me, samples, free gifts just for me to try, even if I don't make a purchase. They're ridiculously generous. Sometimes I go to eat at Neiman Marcus and I don't even know they're there, but they saw me, and as I'm walking down getting ready to leave, because I wasn't going to purchase anything that day, I just wanted some soup, they run up to me, give me a bag filled with samples and say, "We saw you, we'd like you to try these. Don't worry about it, I know you're on your way, I'll see you next time." On top of that, a lot of times I get a lot of free perks and services, like I'll get free facials or free goodie bags or a lot of stuff just from having a good relationship with an SA. I get a La Mer facial all the time. She texts me and says, "Don't buy anything, I don't want you to buy anything, we're doing a facial, when do you want to come in?" All of these services come with having a fantastic relationship with an SA, and that comes with trust and respect and again a symbiotic relationship. So that being said, what do you have to do to develop a good relationship with an SA? And that is rewarding them with your business. If you have a fantastic SA that spends a lot of time and effort with you and you have the money and you can afford to make the purchase through them, even if you might save a little bit of money going someplace else, it is worth it in the long term to develop good relationships with fantastic SAs. This is not just with the fragrance and beauty counters. This is across the board in any place where you're going to deal with sales associates. A lot of times when you work in retail, they might be able to give you friends and family discounts, or maybe that there's something that they know is going to be on sale that you really wanted, but the sale is going to happen in a week, and they'll put it aside for you and let you know when it comes up. I've saved a lot of money and time having fantastic relationship SAs, but I've had to put in the work too, which is me putting in the purchases. They can spend all the time in the world giving you freebies, perks, all this stuff, but if you actually don't spend money, at some point in time, they're going to turn away from you because you're not giving them what they're giving you. It's a balance. I am not telling you to listen to whatever an essay says. I am telling you to make smart consumer purchases for you. If you have a fantastic essay and they're talking to you about a $500 bottle of perfume and you can only afford a $100 one, do not buy the $500 bottle of perfume. I am not telling you that at all. Do not let essays sell you anything that you do not want or specifically need. But when you find a good essay that has your best interests in mind, you're going to have a fantastic time making purchases. I love my La Mer reps. They help me with everything except for fragrance. And then I have my fragrance essays. And at Neiman Marcus, I go in and I am treated amazing. Doesn't matter what I'm wearing. It doesn't matter how scrubby I look. Everyone there is so pleasant because I am pleasant to them. And we've built such a fantastic relationship. They all know me. I all know them, and it works out beautifully. I in no way make ridiculously expensive purchases all the time, and they know most often than not when I go in there I'm not purchasing anything. But that doesn't stop them from being helpful and polite and pleasant, and generally overall it works out for everybody because when I am ready to make a purchase, they know I'm going to go to them or wait for them. I will text them and say, I'm going to be in this day, I want to purchase these things. Are you going to be there? Can I purchase it through you? And it works. It just works really well. And overall, it's a fantastic experience for everybody. But I'm not saying that you have to buy the most expensive thing in the stores. It comes through time. It comes through them knowing that if they spend the time and effort on you, they're going to get rewarded as well, just like you're going to get rewarded. And overall, it works best for everybody. I know there's 2 videos out today, but I really wanted to talk to you guys about this, specifically because I think it's really important, specifically when you're purchasing luxury at a store full price. Pre-loved is a little bit different, and when you're purchasing from sites that sell discounts or textures, it's completely different. But if you're going into a Chanel boutique, or if you're going into, say, Saks or Neiman Marcus, and you're wondering why essays don't look at you, that's rude. We're not asking you guys in any shape or form to work with people who are rude to you. But when you find that one SA that's genuinely excited to work with you and you can develop a good relationship, that is so important. It's one of the most important things I can recommend when purchasing luxury products, be it fragrance, cosmetics, skincare, bags, shoes, doesn't matter. Having a good relationship with an SA who has your best interests in mind is one of the most important things when it comes to being a smart consumer. This is a video I've wanted to do for a little while, but I figured I would just do it today. I had such a good opportunity and just experience today with my SA when I went to Neiman Marcus. I just kind of really wanted to share this with you because it's been something I've been meaning to talk about for a while. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or any comments or critiques on this video, please let me know in the comment section below. As always, I'm not telling you in any way, shape, or form to be not a smart consumer. You need to be a smart consumer. Don't buy anything that you can't afford, you don't need, or you don't want just because an SA has told you it's great or told you liked it. And at the same time, I wouldn't reward anybody that's rude, impolite, or treats you with disrespect. Walk away. Your money speaks volumes. Doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what walk of life you come from. $1 is $1. So if they look down at you because maybe you don't have a Chanel bag, if they look down at you because maybe your hair is a different color, or maybe you're not the normal clientele they're dealing with, walk away. They are not worth your time. But there are going to be SAs out there that are worth developing meaningful relationships with, and overall it's going to benefit you in ways that you didn't really completely understand until you have that relationship in place. And I love my SAs. They're great. Anytime I've had to make a purchase from somebody other than them, I always feel so bad because generally if I make those purchases, it's because of the SAs in general. So anyway, that is my video and I hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you guys like these videos, specifically my fragrance videos, remember to give this video a thumbs up. Lets me know to continue doing videos like this, and also don't forget to subscribe because it's free and I'm free. And I put out new videos every Monday through Friday, and sometimes on the weekends as well. So I'll always have something free to watch. In any case, I hope you guys are all happy and healthy and have a great day, month, year, whatever. And I'll see you next time. Bye!